Hi, this is the lesson number third in the series of European literature. In the previous two lessons, the first we discussed about Greek gods and goddesses and their myths, mythological stories, and then we have the Greek civilization, means the period from 3000 BC to almost the zero, means before Christ, before the birth of Christ. So during that period we talked about the development of the Greek theatre, art and culture. So in this lesson we shall now continue the same, especially we shall discuss or the term is important terms in Greek theatre. What was the classification of the comedies and the important writers, the important playwrights, I would say rather. Uh, First, the ancient Greek drama flourished from the period of 700 or 800 BC, and it was in mostly centered around the city named Athens. Athens, quite famous name, uh, means all those cultural and uh, such activities which are related to art and language and theater were centered around only this particular city. Every kind of celebration. So annual festivals and feasts were used to be means organized there and to honor especially the god or goddess Dionysus. So Dionysus, we discussed this name earlier, and all plays and were performed like we have any youth festival in universities and colleges. Plays are performed. Such things were there. People used to come from means far places to watch and even to perform there, and competitions were also held and uh, means worship of the god as well as was there as the ritual, and it was means the major source of entertainment for the people. Means people used to wait for that, means maybe happening once in a year or twice in a year, maybe whatever be the frequency, but people used to wait for means these occasions because this was the major source of entertainment for them. Now about the drama. Drama means action. So the classical theater of acting out a story, simply we can say, means if you have a story and you want to tell that story, so that can be acted out as we have modern day dramas, such things. Okay, it used to have some music, dance, and all these things. Even we have these things in most of the plays, and even in the you can say the TV serials you watch. Means music is there, dance is there to give means a depth to your emotions, means to rouse your emotions and even to bring the audience into the play, means even the audience would feel that they are taking part in it and they are feeling the pains of the characters. So such things means emphasized through music and dance. Even the mask were used, so that is more next important point. Music, dance, and then mask for the emotional feelings like anger and smile and such things we also have. And one more reason for using mask was that at that time if in a play there are 5 or 6 characters, and for those 5 or 6 characters there were only 1 or 2 actors, and then the same actor is performing different roles or different characters, would not give that attraction to the people if he is coming with the same face. So that is why, to bring some sort of you can say creativity in the play, they used to wear mask to represent different characters in a single play or in the same play. After mask, we have now the classification of the play. We have satire plays. Satire plays, we all know that the satire means uh, to satire someone, to mock someone, to pass something as a means something as a critical comment or something, means to give a lesson as well at the same time. When we satire on someone, it is not just mocking, also giving him some lesson. Such plays were also means pretty less in number and not well known as well. But During these plays, rituals to the god Dionysus were performed. Among the comedies, we also have the similar sort of thing, means they were ridiculing the people, especially for their weaknesses, means targeting their negative aspect, especially of such people who are prominent among the means among the masses. The important people in the city or the society, they used to target them because they are well known in the society and what are their weaknesses. This was the one way of means making common people aware of their weaknesses. This is very important for the comedies. For the comedies, we have one special name, and he is also considered as the master of comedy, and the name of that person is Aristophanes. And then we have the tragedies. Tragedies were mostly popular. Among the plays, comedies and satires were not that popular. Okay, they were also less in number because not too many writers were inclined towards writing such things, but everyone was quite interested in writing tragedies. So tragedy used to give some serious messages, and especially about the fall of the great people. And okay, there were mythical heroes, and moral purpose was also behind them. But the main thing was that what was the lacking, I mean where the things were lacking with those heroes, and where was the shortcoming, what was the missing, means so that the people should learn a lesson from their mistakes or from their wrongdoings. So that was the main target of the tragedy. And one more term we have, that is the chorus. Chorus, we all know the people who are means in a group, they are standing or they are narrating something, or they are means either singing something. Mostly in street plays, as we see, or two or three people, they are standing and they are giving a narration of the events. So something like in the form of commentary, you can say. So this is the work of the chorus. And mostly even in the plays, if you find that in the prologue you see them, or even in the end you see them, they are means commenting, they are giving remarks on their on the play, or even on the happening of the action, what has happened in the play, means they are giving some brief introduction, sometimes presenting even the inner state of the minds of the characters, what they are thinking. So these kind of things was there with the chorus. And then we have another point, that is about hamartia. Hamartia, in the critical literary criticism section in the playlist, you can see about, I talked about Aristotle, and Aristotle has discussed this term hamartia. What is the hamartia? Hamartia is the tragic flaws of the great people, and which eventually leads them to their downfall. Means every great person may have any weakness, and such weakness could lead to his downfall, and sometime even death. So that is the hamartia. And most of the Greek heroes, they used to suffer from this weakness. And then we have the tragedy playwrights, who are the important among them. About comedies, I have told you the one master, that is Aristophanes. About a tragedy, we have three names. Their names are quite rhythmic. Okay, their spellings are not so easy. Achilles, Sophocles, and Euripides. Achilles, Sophocles, and Euripides. Euripides. These are the three master of the tragedy. So that's it for this lesson. This is all about Greek theatre, and the introduction to drama, style, plays, comedy, tragedy, and then, and if anything is there to be remember about the name of these means playwrights. About comedy we have Aristophanes, and about tragedy Achilles, Sophocles, and Euripides. In the next lesson we shall discuss about Trojan War. That is pretty much important, and hope that you will watch this lesson as well. So have a nice day and enjoy learning on this channel. Thanks a lot.